Hello everyone, my name is Stefano Zampaletta. I'm the Product Development Manager of Cementi Group. Welcome to this e-learning session. This video is to share with you my latest speech on the topic of FUTURECEM, leading limestone calcined clay cement to a market practice in the 2022 Global FUTURECEM Conference and Exhibition on November the 17th. This video will give you an idea of Cementier's recent progress on the path of decarbonization.
This presentation is a continuation of what we did in 2019, which I would say we were at the beginning of our journey. So just a little bit to brush up what we did was that actually FUTURECEM is a green cement because it can reduce 30% of the carbon footprint compared to some one, but also sustainable because they rely on calcined clay and limestone. And it is a proven technology because thanks to, let me say, Danish government through innovation fund and so on, we had the opportunity to actually test with demos at real scale FUTURECEM. Therefore, we got this validation, let me say. Now, apart from being owner of a patent, is also our cement, our technology is recognized as low carbon cement, but also including the new standard 197 part 5. This is very important for us. This is a mention about us. So the demos, let me say, cover bridges and normal bleeding, because the idea was to test the cement all over the concrete recipe. We got, let me say, from business perspective, the industrialization feasibility, but also the, for any concrete, the durability testing. So let me say that can be used in most of the explosive classes. The idea is FUTURECEM is part of contribution of the decarbonization of all the value chain, starting from, let me say, the embodied emission reduction, so cement less than 30%, concrete around 25% less, and then we move to LCA. So based on a Danish experience, we can got around 7% less of a CO2 emission for square meter. So this is very important because we don't only look to the cement side, but all the value chain to contribute to all the decarbonization. But from theory to practice. So in 2021, cement FUTURECEM was starting to be sold in Denmark. Now it's a consistent part of our portfolio. Then Belgium and Benelux area, including the northern France, from 2022. And then there is, we expect to make further rollout covering both grey and white, because the technology is not limited to the color, because you can choose different material. The technology is on cement, no matter the color. So this is the approach. So we are very proud to be the first on the European market to have this cement, not only in one spot in Denmark, but also in France and Benelux area. So, you know, from a business perspective, cement should be used, and then you can see that there are four main segments for the application. We scout any possible application of FUTURECEM because FUTURECEM was designed to be flexible, not rigid to one application. Because at the beginning it was thought to be only for RMC, but then we realized that obviously the flexibility of the cement is a huge advantage. But when you go to all different channels, what happens? So, to meet the customer requirement, we need to find the best, let me say, suitability between the cement and the other key materials that usually are administered. So we establish a wide collaboration with the key player in the administrator sector. And for instance, this is an example from Sika. Actually, the idea was that when you find the right administrator, let me say FUTURECEM can be used in any place. Also, in one of the potential applications is also jet brooding. That does not seem so important, but you know, this is very important because when you sell the cement, the final application can cover as much as possible. Because you know, sometimes I go to the customer and they say, okay, I have 2-3 silo or only 2 silo. Therefore, the number of silo and the number of cement cannot be, it should match. So if you have a cement that can do a lot of different application, is a plus for them. So this is the key point. We started from this point. Exploiting the best performance through defining a suitable administrator. Obviously, moving from to the main application, that is RMC, we got very good feedback from the market, but also from, let me say, precast. Another point that was very, let me say, questioning was the color, but obviously, because it cannot be brown, even if it's not a requirement. But we actually work on this, and we try to have a shade of color very similar to the current, let me say, cement used. Because, you know, it's more brownish if you have only calcined clay. With the limestone, the color is different, but also, you know, for calcined clay, the key elements is the color control. Therefore, it's very important when we use the calcined clay to have a clay that is not brown through a system. For instance, a lot of calcined clay producers that have this color control in order to have this color that is grayish instead of brownish. There are some iconic projects that are currently obviously more in Denmark, like we say, where the cement now is more established. There is a UN Cement village in Copenhagen that will be the first village that can cover all the 70 UN world goals. Is an housing project in Copenhagen. Another one is the headquarters or a big general contractor in Denmark. Also here, the key point was to have a CO2 emission lower than the current use in the production. And then there is also another point, that is the application for insulation. So with Trolltech, we define this new panel based on wood, so towards a zero emission, because it's not zero emission for obviously for cement, but because of a day production. So you know, all different applications to maximize the business opportunity for our cement. There is also, obviously, we also started something in Belgium with the new refurbish of a plant. So also this, we started to use the cement as elements for testing the different applications. But it's not yet finished, let me say, because also another key channel is the dry mix. This is very challenging because people is based on some one dry mix. They don't want cement, they want a clinker from us. Therefore, obviously, working again together very close with the key producer that they have a target. Obviously, FUTURECEM can represent a solution, but obviously it's not a solution with zero effort. They have to change something, but the key point, as this morning was reasoning with Robert, is which is the final goal of our customer. If the customer wants to reduce the CO2 emission, they make effort on changing their production. If not, there is no price that can be used as a leverage. And then there is another key point, because obviously sometimes also working together with some stakeholders in the different region can help us to the introduction. So say select that is a France entity for lab, for their project on finding alternatives cement for concrete products, select our cement, and then from the initial testing, it seems that it is very similar to CEM1. So this is another key point for us. So also concrete products can be a channel or a business opportunity for us. So dry mix, so ready mix, precast, dry mix, concrete products. So this is very important because when there is a cement, you are the only one to produce this kind of cement, you find a lot of obstacles on the market because they don't know, they want all the documentation based on durability and so on. This is a key point. For instance, just in Denmark, it took us 1 year because the cement should be included in the national standard, because it's not a cement used with a proven experience in Denmark. The same is meant in Belgium, while in France not. Because in France, if the cement is within the standard, even if it's not currently used in the concrete, can be used because it's stated in the European standard of cement. So this is also create a sort of obstacle on the rollout of our cement. Obviously, we try to give the opportunity to everyone to use our cement. So not only bags, but also bulk, but also bags cement. So people can use the cement and be part of the transition. You know, this is very important. And so we also put our cement into the bags as standard bags for the cement, for crafter and so on. But obviously, it's not only conventional. We try to move even farther. So we participate with FUTURECEM to 3D printing initiatives project by Nextcom project. And so FUTURECEM was used inside as a replacement of CEM1 with good results. So even if thinking extremely out of the box with the 3D printing, we can find something good with the FUTURECEM. But let me say that our journey on innovation is not finished yet. It is still on the way. We would like to even reduce further the CO2 emissions. So now we started through the Innovation Fund in Denmark, calcined, that is the extension of the current cement. So now the cement has a 65% of clinker, so it's 2 PM cement. We would like to go up to 50%. And behind this there is a huge testing program, a project with a full-scale trial through calcined. This project will finish in 2024, is grants from Innovation Fund, and the key elements when you do this project, all the value chain is covered. So you have from cement, raw material, but also the general contractors, to make everything working from the initial part of the value chain to the final part of the value chain. So this is very important for us. It's a key pillar because, you know, everyone in the cement world has his roadmap. So this kind of cement, generally speaking, low carbon cement, are a key steps on the low-hanging fruit, let me say, on the reduction of the CO2 emission.
Thank you for watching this e-learning video. You can visit our website to acquire more info about FUTURECEM. If you have any question, you can contact me via mobile phone or email on the screen. See you next time.